I don't know where the cash is, but the overall, I was in Washington all day today. The mood, the tone, they're not okay here, Melissa. They're not okay. And so watch what happens. I predict swift, difficult, unhappiness. They don't want any more hearings. It was a brilliant move. But if you think after what happened today on the U.S. Senate floor is going to make it easy for Binance to get licensed anywhere on earth, I don't think so.
Kevin OLeary, a Canadian venture capitalist and the chairman of OShares Investments, has continued to make the case that the founder of popular cryptocurrency exchange Binance, Changbang Zhao, was mostly to blame for the demise of disgraced competitor exchange FTX. In a recent interview with CNBC, to which OLeary contributes, he talks about his thoughts on the FTX crash, upcoming cryptocurrency legislation, and Binance's suspected involvement in the entire mess. OLeary had already testified before the Senate Committee on Banking, Housing, and Urban Affairs and made comparable statements before the interview. Senator Pat Toomey asked OLeary at the hearing, "Why do you think FTX failed? Why do you think the FTX bubble burst, and what harm does that do to consumers?" In case you missed it, here is Kevin OLeary's response to the senator's query from our hearing video.
In my view, my personal opinion, these two behemoths that own the unregulated market together and grew these incredible businesses in terms of growth were at war with each other. And one put the other out of business intentionally. Now, maybe there's nothing wrong with that. Maybe there's nothing wrong with love and war. But Binance is a massive, unregulated global monopoly now. They put FTX out of business. Now, lots of other reasons, I'm sure, but that's my personal opinion. That is what Sam Bankman-Fried told me in terms of where the assets went.
The well-known businessman and television personality once more places the blame for the collapse at Champion Joe's door in the CNBC interview he gave hours after the congressional session. OLeary, who received $15 million to serve as an FTX spokesperson in 2021, claims that CZ, who paid roughly $3 billion by SBF to buy back his 20 shares of FTX. According to reports, OLeary was informed by SBF that the majority of the funds went there, and the venture investor has since been making the same assertions. As we move on to OLeary's interview, kindly take a moment to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and enable post notifications for more content like this. We greatly appreciate your tremendous support. When the interviewer probes OLeary on why he kept SBF from the lawmakers, he parries by arguing that there is a criminal responsibility in unscrupulous commercial operations. According to Kevin, quote, "No, that's not what I was asked today. That's not why Harry was put together. It was designed to explore the reasons for the demise of FTX, and look, there's lots of accounting issues. There will be lots of investigations, there's lots of litigation. Let's just talk about where the money went." This pretty simple situation way back on the Saturday after the Friday. Saturday, November 12th. I noticed in our corporate accounts, yes, I am an investor, there was nothing there. Not only were there no assets, there were no records. There was nothing. So it had been stripped clean. So I decided, okay, I know the management of this company. I'm going to make some phone calls, ask where it went. Where was it? Did it get hacked? Did it go to the Bahamian government? Did it go to wherever, FTX US? Just where's the money? It's a very simple question. It's not brain surgery here. And I just called Sam up. Sam Bankman-Fried said, "Sam, where's the money?" And he said, I don't have access anymore to the servers. And I said, okay, walk me back 24 months. Where'd the money go? Forget about the small stuff, the 50 million, the 200 million, all the stuff, all the allegations of fraud. Forget all that. Tell me, you're a $32 billion company. Where'd the real money go? That's when I learned that he bought back all the stock from Binance. They were a 20% shareholder. I didn't know that. The second largest shareholder, maybe, I don't have the records, but we're going to find this all out. And the first largest shareholder, the biggest shareholder, Sam Bankman-Fried himself, bought out all the stock of Binance. And I said to him, why would you do that?
Why would you pay a $32 billion valuation for something that you sold for seed stock valuations just months ago? He said, I can't get licensed anymore. Anywhere I go, when Binance is 20% of the cap table, the regulators turn me down. Now, either CZ was being uncooperative or he had reasons not to disclose whatever the regulators wanted in every geography they went. So according to Sam Bankman-Fried, these are his words, I had to buy it back. I had to bring it back on the cap table. You want to know where the money went? That's where it went. And all I'm saying is, sure, there's other allegations, and I know that's all going to be put through the systems.
Sure.
I get it. But that was the major loss of the balance sheet was basically a related transaction between two shareholders. And the only reason I brought it up is that sounds like a Madoff clawback to me. I mean, there's something wrong here.
Did Sam Bankman-Fried use FTT tokens to buy any part of that Binance stake back?
Great question, Melissa. Nobody knows. There's no records anymore. And that's the first place I'm sure John Ray is going to look. But was it cash? My bet is a lot of it was cash. We just simply don't know. But the point is, let's move forward now to the week of November 6th when this company went bankrupt. Why in the world would a block trade like the one owned by CZ and or Binance be tweeted out saying, I have $550 million worth of FTT tokens I'm going to put to the market? You don't trade like that. You arrange a cross. You go and find buyers, you form a syndicate, and you clear market with a trade.
OLeary agrees with other cryptocurrency investors that the FTX crash will hasten the implementation of stringent and swift regulations for the sector. Regulators around the world are considering ways to fully regulate and govern the sector. The first step was taken by the United Kingdom, which issued an announcement approximately a week ago that it was finalizing measures for cryptocurrency regulation.
My read of the Senate today, they're tired of this. They don't want to keep holding hearings every 6 months when the next crypto crap blows up. They're done with it. They're not happy cowboys. They're really unhappy. And it's not going to stop here. Now, I don't know where we're going with this. The narrative's obviously going to be looking at Binance next. I have no idea. All of this stuff is alleged. There's no records. But the Senate, the Hill, the legislators, the regulators, they're done. They've had enough. And so I think we're going to get some action here. You can't keep taking these things down to zero, a billion at a time. No, I didn't see anything that would tip me off. And you're right. I'd never put an LP into this because I was a paid spokesperson. That would have been a conflict of interest. So it's all mine. I get it. And I look like an idiot, and so do the other 90 investors. We all feel very foolish. But at this point now, the most important thing are the records. And so John Ray has to go get the records. I'd argue this is a very simple situation, not that complicated. You follow the money. Now, let me tell you why it's going to be not so hard to do that. Every wire transfer going into Alameda, whether it's a Fed wire, ACH transfer, or a SWIFT wire, whether we're going to know the address it went to, we can audit that. All the meat grinding that went on in Alameda, we'll get the accounting records of that. We'll know how that occurred.
There have been a lot of rumors about the relationship between SBF and the leaders of important regulatory organizations like the Securities Exchange Commission and the Commodities Trading Futures Trading Commission. What additional rumors have been generated concerning his engagement with American politicians and regulators as a result of his untimely detention the day before he was scheduled to appear under oath? Stronger rules for the cryptocurrency industry might also be regulated. Please comment below with your responses and ideas on Kevin OLeary's interview. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe and check out our other films on the FTX scandal.